do some more equations. Today we're going to do equations with fractions. So they start off very similar to before. Remember that we need to do the opposite operation to get the pronumeral by itself. So in this first question, our pronumeral is the y. We have two numbers here. We have the 2 and the 3 with the y that we need to move away. So we're going to start with the 3. To do the opposite, we need to subtract 3 from both sides. Cancel that away. So that means we have 2y left on the left-hand side of that equation. And on the other side of the equal sign, we have 14 take away 3, which is 11. Now I want to get rid of that 2. So because that's multiplied with the y, I need to divide by 2 to get rid of that. And now y is by itself. So I have 11 divided by 2, and that doesn't go nicely. So what we can do is we type in 11 divided by 2 on our calculator, and we can leave our answer. If I press Shift and then the SD button, it will turn it into a mixed numeral for me. So my answer is 5.5. Okay, now let's go to part B. We want to solve to find out what x is equal to. We have a 5x, so 5 is multiplied with the x, then we subtract the 2. So going the opposite order, I'm going to need to get rid of the 2 first. The opposite thing to do is to add 2 to both sides. Cancel, minus 2 plus 2 cancels out, and I have 5x left, and 9 plus 2 is 11. Now to get rid of the 5, because that's multiplied, I need to divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 cancels away. X is now by itself, and I have 11 divided by 5. On the calculator, we can go Shift, SD button, and we have 2 1/5. All right, part C. We're trying to find out what t is equal to. T is divided by 5, and then we subtract 3. So in reverse order, I need to get rid of the 3 first. The opposite of subtracting 3 is to add 3. Cancel those away. I have t over 5 equals 7 plus 3 is 10. Now that fraction, that line there means divide. So to get rid of that 5 now, I need to times by 5. Cancel away. T is now by itself, and 10 times 5 is 50. Part D. We have 5m, so the 5 has been multiplied with the m, and then all of that has been divided by 6. So those are the two numbers to move away. The 6 was the last thing to happen, so it's the one that has to go first. I need to times by 6 to get rid of that. So that leaves 5m, and 10 times 6 equals 60. Now to get rid of the 5, because it's multiplied, I need to divide by 5. Cross them away. M is by itself. 60 divided by 5 makes 12. Okay, so it gets really repetitive, just lots and lots of practice. Let's go down to E. We have 4 multiplied with the m, and that is all divided by 7. So let's get rid of that 7 first by multiplying by 7. Okay, so now the 4m is by itself. And 12 times 7 makes 84. Then to get rid of the 4, I need to divide by 4. Cross those away. Now m is by itself, and I go 84 divided by 4, and I get my answer, which is 21. Question F. We have the letter D here. That has been multiplied with the negative 2 and then divided by 9. So let's get rid of that 9. I want to times by 9 because it's on the bottom of a fraction. cancel those away. So we have a minus 2 left, 2d, and 12 times 9 is 108. Then I want to divide by minus 2. Okay, that even though it's a negative 2, it's times with that d. So because it's a multiply, I have to divide by negative 2. And on the other side as well. So 108 divided by negative 2 is negative 54. So d equals negative 54. G. Okay, this fraction's a little bit different. This time we have the a on the top. The 2 has been subtracted from that, and then the fraction line is then dividing all of that by 3. So we have to get rid of the 3 first. Because it's been divided by 3, I have to times by 3. Cancel those away. So that leaves me with a minus 2 on the top there, and 4 times 3 is 12. Next, to get rid of the minus 2, I'll have to add 2, doing the opposite to cancel those ones away. A is by itself. 12 plus 2 makes 14. For H, we have W. We add the 8 to the W, and then that's been divided by 3. So in reverse order, I'm going to times by 3. Cancel that one off. We have W plus 8 left, and 2 times 3 is 6. Then, to get rid of the positive 8, I need to subtract 8. Cancel those ones off. W is by itself. 6 take away 8 is negative 2. On the next page, we're actually stepping up into 3-step equations, because you can see that there is 3 numbers here with the x. So the x has been multiplied by the 2, then the 1 has been subtracted, and then the 3 has been divided. So I have to do the reverse order. So the last thing that happened was that 3, so it's the first thing that has to go. So I'm going to have to times by 3 to get rid of it. That leaves the 2x minus 1, and 7 times 3 makes 21. Then I need to get rid of the 1 next. Because it's negative 1, I'll need to plus 1 to get rid of that. That leaves the 2x, and 21 plus 1 makes 22. Then finally I can get rid of the 2 by dividing by 2. X is now finally by itself. 22 divided by 2 is 11. Okay, so you can see the 3 steps in the green writing there. Okay, so J also has 3 steps. There's 3 numbers there. So the H, we start with the H. It's been multiplied by 5. Then the 4 is added, then divide by 6. So in reverse order, I have to do the 6, then the 4, then the 5. So to get rid of the 6, because it's divided, I need to times by 6. Get rid of that. So that leaves 5h plus 4 equals 2 times 6, which is 12. The next thing to go is the 4. So the opposite of plus 4 is to minus 4. So always put the numbers underneath each other. That leaves the 5h, and 12 take away 4, which is 8. Now just to get rid of that 5, because it's multiplied, I need to divide by 5. Okay, so h is by itself. This one doesn't divide nicely though, so I get the calculator out again. 8 divided by 5 equals, press shift and SD to get the mixed numeral, 1 3/5. Okay, M. Also 3 numbers here. Now start nice and close to the x. The x has been multiplied by 2. Then that whole thing has been divided by 3. And then finally we had this 7 take away all of that. So the 7 was the last thing to do. So in the reverse order, first of all, we have to get rid of that 7. The 7 is actually positive. Okay, the minus, remember, belongs to the 2x over 3 here, because remember, you always take the symbol in front. The symbol in front of that 7, well, there's nothing there, which means it's positive. So to get rid of that 7, I need to subtract 7 from both sides. That means that I will have a negative 2x over 3 still remaining, and I will have 5 take away 7, which is negative 2 on the right hand side. Next to go is this 3. Because it's divided, I have to times by 3. Get rid of that. So that leaves negative 2x, and negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. Then I want to get rid of the 2. So the negative 2 is times with that x. So I need to divide by negative 2. Cancel those away. So x is by itself, minus 6 divided by minus 2. The two negatives cancel out to make a positive, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. Last question. I have the x. It's been multiplied by the 4. Then I add the 3, and then the whole thing has been divided by 5. So 3 numbers to move away. In reverse order, we start with the 5. So first of all, to get rid of that, I'm going to have to multiply by 5. So they will cancel away. 4x plus 3 is left, and 12 times 5 makes 60. The next thing to go is this 3. So it's positive, so I need to subtract 3. So 4x is left, and 60 take away 3 is 57. And last of all, the 4, because it's multiplied, I need to divide by 4. Cancel that away. X is by itself, and 57 divided by 4, press shift and SD, makes 14 1/4. Okay, that's it. Time for you to practice.